Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining. My name is Kylie Ria and you are listening to the Living the Life of Kylie podcast, an eclectic mix. Today I'm joined by the most amazing, delicious, delectable, wonderful lady. How many other?
I mean, some people would disagree, but
none are currently present. So this is Jessica Nelson. She is the CEO and creator of Once Upon a Wish events here in Kent and in London. She's also the most phenomenal singer. And you're please.
She's going to talk about me the whole time.
Oh, you're going to pay me for that one. And she's allowed me to wear one of her amazing gowns.
I mean, I can't say that because I'm probably going to post it on the Once Upon a Wish page. Anyway, cut that.
Yes!
I was going to say your babs look fantastic.
I'll post that on my page. Thank you so much. I'm actually wedged into this. I did say to Jess a minute ago, don't worry about doing it up. Don't worry about doing it. But look. How'd you like them apples?
Nice costumes here, hun.
Thank you so much. So, Jess, I'm actually on location today, which is actually very exciting. Here at the Once Upon a Wish Princess Emporium here in Tunbridge Wells. Jess, how long have you been here for?
So we've had this venue for a year, but before that we were in a pop-up sort of environment in Central Market, what's in the town centre.
Okay.
But this one has been here a year.
Right. And I know that you had some difficulties with that last venue in that it went up and then you had to change it.
Yeah, so we made one and then had to move out of the unit because it had a disabled toilet in it, so we had to move everything out.
Right.
So then we made another one and then the place went bust. I didn't go bust.
No.
They went bust. And so we had to leave.
So you've had quite a lot of trials and tribulations, especially sort of coming through COVID as well.
Yeah.
Jess has been, when I've been following Jess's journey, so we met online just through some sort of social networking.
Yeah.
I launched the Mum Boss and we sort of interacted with that, and Jess did my son's 5th birthday party, which of course was phenomenal. Superheroes, it absolutely was. And it really was such a good time. We've sort of stayed in touch ever since. Jess has done my family parties and entertained the masses at our house as well. But I've been able to watch Jess all the way through with all of the trials and tribulations with COVID and, you know, managing a business in an entertainment industry while navigating being a parent, while navigating potentially, waiting for your ADHD diagnosis to come through, while trying to keep your head afloat, whilst trying to manage life. She's really sort of tackled everything head on, and nothing really seems to, from the outside world, nothing seems to faze you. You're almost like, right, next, let's go. That's not right. Yeah. Cool, we're changing it. And you just sort of seem to navigate your way through in such a positive way.
I'm a bit weird because it's almost like I like the fuel that lights the fire. So I'm always like, okay, well, that's a little bit rubbish. But then it's almost like, okay, but then that will give me fuel to the fire to make it happen.
So it kickstarts your next.
So when we had to move out of Central Market, for example, I was absolutely beside myself. I was like, oh my God. And then instead of just being down about it, but this used to be a beautician's, believe it or not.
Oh, right.
And I used to go to Vanity Fair when it was a beautician's, and I booked myself a massage.
Yeah.
Not because I wanted a massage, but because I wanted to be nosy, because I knew that she was giving the keys back and moving premises. So I kind of came in, and I think the person doing my massage was like, why is she taking pictures? But I didn't smile. I didn't smile. So I remember coming in and I think I came back. So I came to the massage. I had the massage and I was like, no, I don't think it will work. Sent pictures to my other half and was like, potentially, like, you need to really think outside the box. What about this place? I think I came back and saw it about 3 times actually.
Okay.
And at that point, I actually shouldn't have been opening a shop because I was still playing catch up from COVID and the horrendous thing that, it impacted so many small businesses. Yeah. But we had to move all of our entertainment online. So we were doing like
Of course you
parties
were.
in people's living rooms on Zoom, and there was moments where I was like, "What is going on?
Yeah.
Like, this is just not what this whole thing was about."
The shops came after COVID, didn't they? The Emporiums came after?
Yes, the Emporiums came after. So actually, I was very fortunate because when we first opened in Central Market, it was kind of a, we'll put you in here if to see what kind of footfall you can drive. Because they knew that our products and our brand was so popular, as it were. So we went there and opened the first one, and it was all right. It did okay, but because it was fresh and because it was new, it was in the town centre, it was really busy when it first opened.
I should probably explain. I haven't actually had a chance to actually explain. What Jess does is the Once Upon a Wish event sort of franchise, as it were. Your idea is the princess parties, the superhero parties, where the characters actually come in and it's like a fully immersive event sort of here. But also when they go to the kids' parties, it's those characters that are being present. And they're so popular right now. But you've got something which I believe has the edge on other competitors. Because you've gone through it, and you've been knocked back and you've had this and you've had that, you know, you are a, you know, as I can see over there, Muddy Stilettos winner.
Oh, we've won quite a few awards.
Would you like to just take the stage, please? Please tell everyone the awards that you have won.
This is an ongoing, me and my team, we do ham it up slightly that we are an award-winning business.
Please. How many? So, Muddy Stilettos, Kent Women in Business Awards.
Oh, I didn't win that one.
We don't worry about that. I was rubbish anyway. You don't need that one. It's fine. But it's just, you know, you
no,
are head and shoulders.
We've won Muddy Stilettos twice. What's really lovely, because our fans are the people who believe in our products and do come along to quite a few of our events and have us for every child's party.
Yeah.
You know, there's some families that we are still doing their parties and the children are 7, 8, or they've then had another child and now we're starting undoing the little siblings. So something that my family have always said to me actually is I think my dad has concerns that he always says the novelty will wear off. But I
there's always more and more kids coming through.
There's more kids coming through, so it's almost like we get to a point and then it like is reborn again, and then there's a new generation of children that we get to meet and families, and it's quite nice. But the Muddy Stiletto Awards is one that we're quite proud of because it's voted by the people kind of thing. Yeah. So people who obviously have come to our events or have us at parties, they are the reason that we have won twice, because best children's business.
I have personally voted for you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
It's all because of Kylie, guys.
Don't say I don't. This is just epic.
I mean, this is already a chaotic podcast. Well, I did think it would be, because we are very similar.
Very similar.
We've also been on similar journeys with our children.
Personally.
Yeah. And
we've come through quite a lot together. I remember, so you're with your partner now, but we met when things weren't as nice as they are for you now.
No.
You know, and I remember having a conversation with you probably at the very start of the new transition of your life, where things were very, very difficult for you. You know, I believe that you were told that nothing would ever work out for you, and you were quite.
But again, that goes back to the fuel to the fire.
So that made you
because I was in a relationship where not very supportive relationship, and I was always, this is where we are quite similar. Always too much, too loud. Can you tone it down?
Yeah. Why must you be like that? Why do you have to be
too loud? No. You know, you've just got your head in your clouds.
Do you know what someone said to me once? That's someone. There's more to a wedding than the dance floor, Kylie. And I was like, you don't know me at all. I only go to weddings for the dance floor.
Yes.
What are you talking about? I'm literally sitting there going, right, get down the aisle.
Get the dance floor.
Thank you. I thought you were going to say the D and the DJ.
That's not a good one.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah.
So, yes, I think, and that's why we were sort of drawn to each other. I mean, you are so determined and ambitious, and I think you're absolutely right. It's almost given you that sort of
100%. It was almost like going back. I feel like I've digressed what we were talking about.
No, it's fine.
We were talking about venues. I was heartbroken when I had to close my venue and they closed down. But I feel like it then was the whole fuel to the fire thing.
Yeah.
That's an example. Fuel to the fire made me get another place straight away, and then we got this place. I shouldn't have been opening one because I didn't really have the finance behind it to do that. But as always, I'm very determined. I always make things work.
See, I say that. Well, I don't say that. I've never said that. I don't tend to make things work, but I like to think I can be resourceful. Yes. So, you know, something happens, I go, right, cool, we can do this instead of thinking, because you would have been quite.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I had my moment. I think I wallowed for a long time, and I was like, maybe, you know, the end goal was always to have a venue, because there's loads of companies like us, but they're not us. And that's what you're
not award winning.
That's what makes us stand out from everybody else, because we are different and we've got a party venue.
But you've got quality. I think that is that. I mean, walking into here, I've never been in here before. It's the Emporium in Royal Tunbridge Wells.
Royal.
Well, I've got to say royal. I'm a princess.
I mean, there's nothing royal about Tunbridge Wells, but anyway, yes, in Royal Tunbridge Wells.
And then you've got the venue, but everything is done to such a high quality. You know, people can do this and, you know, charge 20 quid or whatever else, but you will get a 20 quid princess. You'll get a 20 quid prince.
You 100% pay for
quality.
For quality. Like, we won't be to everybody's taste. Our price range is not to everybody's taste. Our price range here is not to everybody's taste. But you are, you know, my motto is you pay cheap, you get cheap.
Absolutely.
You're buying, you know, we are a premium product, we are a premium service, and that is that is what you get. You know, all my performers are the most talented people ever.
Yeah.
And
they are. They're not just people that, you know, they're all from theatre backgrounds and performance backgrounds. It's not just.
I think someone's about to knock on my door.
Oh my God! I'll come in. Come in, please.
It's probably because you're dressed as MC.
Hello.
They've come to see you.
But I was just downstairs, sort of perusing the selections of outfits we could wear, and it is all really high quality. I mean, this is something that
you would be sick if I
theatre.
told you how much I've invested in.
Yeah,
in
but
everything.
You can tell. And I think that's why people like to come to you, because of the quality. It's consistent. It's not really great for a minute and then it's a bit like, it's always consistent across the board. And that's credit to yourself, really, because of how determined you are. And you know, cut you in half and it's your brand all the way through and through. And it's a reflection on yourself. So you should be bloody proud of yourself.
No, I am proud of myself. I mean, investment-wise, for anyone thinking of opening up an entertainment company,
do it. Do it now.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe do it. But don't do it in Tunbridge Wells.
No way. Because you'll be out of here.
No.
What's this straight opposite here? Oh, breakaway motorcycles and events. Princesses. Talk to me a bit about how you juggle your personal life with managing a business, managing, you know, prioritising your own mental health.
Wine.
Wine. And you're
sponsored by wine.
Pinot
the
Gris.
JLN. No, darling.
Oh, what are you
then? Sauvignon.
Oh, a Sauvignon.
A Savvy Bee.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I find that a bit acidic sometimes, unless it's a New Zealand one.
Anyway, we're digressing.
Yeah. So
maybe that's what you should change the podcast to.
What? Digress with me. Come digress with me.
Come digress with me. That is it.
Oh, please. Just explain to me what it's like, a day in the life of the JLN. Chaos. Is that because you have, you've recently, but it's not even recently, you've been on the wait list now for a year to be diagnosed with ADHD. How do you manage a bloody business and your life and everything else whilst still managing with the ADHD?
Well,
I could not ever do it. I couldn't do it.
My other half, Sam, says that it's a credit to me.
Yeah.
You know, how far the business has come. I've never had a business loan. This is five years worth. What you see in front of you is 5 years worth of complete reinvestment.
Wow.
From day dot till now. You know, we started off with one character, and that's only because someone went to me. It used to be dance parties. It used to be me.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, it used to be a dance teacher. And it used to be a completely different name, and someone went, "Can you do Elsa?" And I was like, "What?"
Oh, wow.
And then me being a yes person, like, I was like, yeah.
Did you put a dress on and become Elsa?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
no,
I thought you were going to say absolutely.
No,
I was going to say, get her on.
No, my friend Melissa did the very first character party with me. And I had bought a costume. I had a costume made because I wanted us to be really different from everybody else. So even from the start, I wanted to be different from everybody else. A costume lady that I know that used to do the costumes for the dance school I taught at the time. I was like, I need you to make me a costume. I think it cost me about £300. And I bought the wig. So all in all, it cost me about... Yeah, I mean, that just shows you just how much one costume is, let alone the amount that we've got now. Like, we don't just have... Oh, you're looking at the little boy.
Little boy.
I mean, we're in a prime location with this place.
You are.
Like, my other half runs a marketing company, and he's like, this is, every marketing company's idea of dream.
Yeah.
Because we're right on the corner, we've got a lovely shop front. Anyway, what were we talking about? That's a classic ADHD
Managing. How have you done this?
Just waving to my friend. Sarah will probably watch this podcast. Just walk past.
Hi, it's my dress. Do you like it?
Anyway, so...
how do you do it? Because I couldn't do it.
Well, Sam has said it's a credit to me that I am where I am.
Yeah.
But I think that's another thing why we're different to everybody else is because of my creative side. So, for example, at school, I was the class clown. Literally the class clown. And having now researched myself into ADHD, my whole life, I don't know about you, makes complete and utter sense. My relationships, my... reactions to things as a child, when I used to fall out with friends, when I used to get dumped. Believe it or not, I used to get dumped quite a lot. Baffles me. Absolutely baffles me. I'm an absolute hoot, so don't know why. Anyway.
But you've landed the most amazing man in Sam.
Yeah.
You have.
We'll get to that later.
I'm hoping that I still have some...
I mean, it took me till I was 30... When did I meant to meet. No, I'm joking. No, I met Sam when I was 31. Anyway, we'll come back to that. He says that it's credit to me where I am now, and actually I do agree. But I literally used to, and I still say this: the motto and what will be written probably on my gravestone.
Amen.
Is going to be just I've literally winged my way to the top. Literally winged my way through life to the point where sometimes it's actually got me into a lot of bother, and business wise it's got me into a lot of bother,
but you always keep going forward.
Wing it.
Next.
If you can't sing it, I'll wing it.
Oh, I like that. You should get that on a t-shirt. Don't just wing it, sing it.
Copyright, Jess.
Anyway, you can't
so I think the way that the success of my business actually is because of ADHD. I think I've always had this creative brain. At school I was an absolute idiot. If I knew me now at school, well, when I used to teach kids and they used to be like I was at school, I used to actually want to go and say sorry to my teachers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just always remember I mean, my dad was a teacher at my school.
Oh, was he?
So you would have thought, and he was Mr. Nelson.
Did you think that you could get away with it because you were a bit funny, a bit cheeky?
No.
Oh.
Like, my dad was possibly one of the scariest teachers you'd ever meet in your life, and a lot of people will agree that he was a proper old school teacher. So you would have thought, hang on, Jess, instead of messing around, you need to actually concentrate because your dad is Mr. Nelson. You are at his school. No, I think that was even the fuel to the fire thing.
Yeah.
You should just make me
want
to be the class clown even more.
Yeah.
And I'd always remember a teacher saying to me, look, you're very talented, Jessica. Just call me Jessica. But sometimes you have to work really hard to get into that industry. So you might need a backup plan, and everyone used to bloody talk to me about a backup plan.
Right.
You need a backup plan. You need to concentrate in maths because you need a backup plan. I was not interested in the slightest. All I wanted to do was be on the stage.
Yeah.
So in drama, I was great.
Yeah.
In singing, music, I was great.
Yeah.
PE. I had quite a big chest then, even then, so running was a little bit difficult. But
Not so much.
dancing, you know, Jess was great.
Yeah.
And they used to say, you need a backup plan. I used to be like, no,
I don't.
No, I do not need a backup plan.
Because you believed in yourself and your own ability.
No, because I just knew what I was always going to do. I was
Right.
always going to go into the entertainment industry. And to an extent I did, you know. I got my first singing job when I was 18 and I went and did that. Got that out of my system. And then when I came back from that, it was like my whole bubble had been burst. Because I've been doing it for 2 years, being paid to do, you know, these shows in a hotel. I lived in Wales, so
Wow.
18, and I went. My parents dropped
That's
me off at a hotel.
like a tiny weeny little age.
They always remember we dropped you off at a hotel, and
Why then?
that was it. You were then going to sing with the people in the team, and we just literally dropped you off, and drove home thinking, God, they could be anybody that we've just let her.
But you were
sing
fine.
with. I was fine, and I came out. I came.
She was all right.
Wow. I came back from that, and the industry. I mean, it's even worse now.
Is it really?
The stories I could tell you about my staff that they tell me is just horrendous.
What, that they get booked to go on to certain tours?
No, I
and
mean
shows,
just the industry has always been cutthroat.
Oh, right.
You had to look a certain way, you had to sound a certain way, you had to be a certain way, or not that they would say that back
Why
then.
is that though? Like, what do you think the reason is that if they don't meet a certain aesthetic?
I think it's a very specialist industry.
When do you think it started?
I don't know. So when I came, I was 20 at the time, and I would go to auditions, and I had like really short, cropped hair, and I was like going through like what I thought was a cool stage, and it was like bright red, and then I'd go into the audition room, and I would and there would be like girls stick thin, about there's a dog at the window.
Hello. Yes, it is me. Hello. Hi. You want to see my dress? Excuse me. Come and see my dress. Hello. Hello. He's having a wee. He's that excited.
Oh,
He's made him wee himself. Sorry.
Is she just gonna let him wee?
Yeah, he's just had a wee on your nose. Oh, I think he's still going. That's a big wee. That's a big long wee, isn't it? Still going. So take your time. So we'll just have a break for a minute.
I feel like we might need
Is he still going? He's still going.
Shall I just do a little...
That's fine.
So we know what...
Can you get a picture with me and my doggy?
No.
Yes. Look at my doggy. He's still going. Has he not been out for a year? Jesus. You're lovely. He's still actually going.
Kylie, I've even forgotten about what we're talking about.
Oh, God, sorry. I forgot we're
What
still
were we
here.
even talking about?
Right. So, the aesthetics that are needed for working alongside...
Oh, I was talking about, so I came
He's
out
still
the
going,
industry.
bye.
I mean, that's delightful, isn't it? She's not going to...
That was a long way.
So it's just going to be outside the shop. She's not going to, wash it down or anything.
I don't think you have to legally. Will? Carry on, please.
That is the joys of owning your own venue, isn't it, really?
Dog waste. Well, it's either... Have we had any kebabs out the front there recently?
Kebabs?
People in the doorways eating their kebabs after a night out.
Well, I mean, it all goes on Camden Road.
Let's talk about what we were talking about.
Right, so I came out of my first job, and I would used to go in an audition room even then. So we're talking a long time ago, because I'm 33, so let's not work that out.
No, don't.
And I would go in a room, and there would be a stunning 6-foot blonde, and then there'd be dumpy old me, And even then, it was a real issue. Some of the girls that work for me now, I can't even get in them.
Old me.
Well, I was
don't
always
know why
quite
you
short, and I had big boobs, and I wasn't very tall. And
Yeah, but you've got the skills there. I mean, they might, 6-foot tall blonde ladies might be like, I can't get through doorways. I fall down drains all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's very different. You've got to put things into perspective. I have to duck to get through the doors.
Yeah, I mean,
my head all the
it was
time.
just, even back then, so we're talking a long time ago, let alone for I call them my kids, they're not really my kids. The girls and guys that work for me now, some of them are the most talented people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah. But they're
Absolutely
still finding it now.
Sing the hell out of Elsa and give some of the people in the West End a run for their money. And you know, they all look the part, they're all beautiful, that's why they work for me. Like, you know, I pride myself on having a diverse company, but, you know, I don't have any sort of, you know, we don't have like a set, you have to look this way to work for us, but, you know, they're all very, very beautiful girls. All the boys are very handsome, you know, that's what they're portraying fairy tale characters, and they tell me the most awful stories that they can't even get in the room because before they've even been looked up and down. Really? They haven't even sung, they haven't even danced, and that's how they're determined if they get through to the next round or not.
Wow, seriously?
Yeah, and that's 2020, and it's been worse since COVID. 100% been worse since COVID.
Is that because people don't have the budget to make?
No, I couldn't tell them. You know, I've always prided myself on being the opportunity for these people to earn money when they're still in training. They've come out of training to, you know, enable them to work in an environment where that's what they want to be doing, that's the dream, and they haven't quite got there yet. So until they get that big break, you know, I've just lost 2 girls. They're both going on the same ship together, you know, they'll be back towards the end of the year and they can work for me at Christmas. And how lovely that they've worked for me
and they want to come back.
You know, and now they're going on a cruise ship. They both know each other.
Oh, they're doing it together?
Yeah, they didn't realise they were on the same ship. So, you know, one of the girls that have worked for me is going into SpongeBob, the musical tour. I mean, Chrissy's like an absolute star. But, you know, they all do so well. Yeah. But some of them, you know, graduated however many years ago and are still working for me. Yeah. But I'm giving them the opportunity to you know, to work doing something that they really enjoy, something they really love, something that enables them to act.
Yes,
you know, it's not just...
And to be with, you know, see like little kids and their little faces light
and
up.
Believe in the magic and transform themselves from like a normal person. They can walk through the door as one person and then they, you know, they become this person, and that's what it's all about, isn't it?
I mean, I walk through this door and it is magical. It is lovely. And I can imagine the little parties that you have.
I mean, I said to you, it's kind of the novelty has worn off on me a little bit.
Yeah, but that's because you're here
if you haven't been here before, like it is beautiful, and it's but yeah,
it is wonderful, and I'm personally very proud of you. I know that we knew each other from purely. Do you remember when I booked you for Arnie's party? And you were like, "Oh yeah, I follow you on Instagram." And I was like, "What do you mean?"
Oh my god, yeah, with the mum boss.
So that's going to be starting up again at some point. So I might need to get you to come in and be one of the guest speakers about how running businesses.
I mean, I'm not very good at speaking.
No, I mean, it sounds like
we've been doing this for 27 minutes, and I feel like when you come to edit this, you're going to be like, I think we need to do it again because we jump from one thing to another. But you were asking me how I run a business with ADHD. I mean, I don't do it very well. It's taken me a long time. Actually, I would say the last 6 months. Since I have had clarity on the fact that I am, without a formal diagnosis, I am 100% neurodiverse. I have 100% got adult ADHD. My whole life seems to have clicked, and then everything makes sense. The question was, how do I run a business with that? I think my creativity
and your life
is something that, obviously, creative-wise, it's amazing. I'm in the best job. You know, there's that quote that says, you know, work a job that you love and you'll never work a day in your life. And I am very, very fortunate that I am running a company like this, and I'm still singing now and again. I get to, you know, watch all my performers go and absolutely excel at what they do and be like the proud parent. I went and watched one of them, they're in their last year's show the other day at college, and I just couldn't take my eyes off him. Like, the person when he first started working for me to now is like absolutely next level, and he's already been offered, you know, amazing things, and he's doing amazing things, and so I'd like to feel that I play a little part of that, because I give them, you know, they get lots of performing opportunities and stuff,
but mentorship as well, I presume, because you're able to sort of tell them.
Oh God,
when
no,
I was like this,
I think they find me really hard work.
Oh really?
No, I think majority of them are aware that there is something, you know, I'm a bit erratic and last minute Larry and
but you're
things
still
like
a nice person.
Yeah, I am getting better with all things like that.
I am getting better at being a nice person.
I mean, I would say I've really struggled. You know, I haven't always been with Sam. I have really struggled running a business at such a size.
Yeah.
Being a single parent.
Yeah.
And it has caused me a lot of bother in, you know.
It's almost childcare, because a lot of your events are on the weekends as well. So with your two, do you have to, or have you had to in the past bring them with you? Or
I mean, I think I've well and truly ruined the magic for my stepdaughter and Isla and Oscar. I mean, Oscar's 11, so
he's like, no, it's all right. It could be on the technical bits eventually.
No, he does get involved in a little bit. Isla, I think, sometimes goes, that's not Belle, that's Ellie, or that's Charlotte. So I think she's kind of worked it out. But no, it has been a very, it has been at times extremely tough. But I do say to a lot of people, this sounds so corny, I hate when I say this. It's actually making me cringe.
Hit me.
Once Upon a Wish actually was, at one point, as being a mum, was the one thing that I had that nobody else
take it away from me.
No one could take it away from me.
Yeah.
It was the one thing that I came out of a very not very nice relationship with. I didn't have anything else. I walked away, you know, from a lovely house, and
I remember.
I made that decision to leave that, you know, that relationship, for the sake of me and my children. And that was the only thing that actually did come with me. I didn't take all the furniture that was in the nice house. All I had was my princess dresses, my staff, parties,
but it's yours, and
my brand name, and that was it. And then actually, again, fuel to the fire, that's when, from that point, it was almost like I was reborn again.
Yeah, of course.
And it gave me more fuel to my fire, because there's only so many times that someone can say to you, oh, you're a dreamer, like, you know, all you do is prat about princesses all day.
Oh,
and now it's like, ta-da!
Let me go and prat about.
Look at me!
What's that song? Is it Fasha, can you hear me? What's that song?
So, I mean, this is probably, I don't know what the song is, but this is probably the biggest bugger you could give to somebody who doesn't believe in you, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So it has been my lifeline. God, it's so cheesy when I say that. Oh, I hate myself. It has been my lifeline for a long time, Once Upon a Wish. It was the thing that was mine, that I knew I was bloody good at.
Yeah,
so everybody around me could, you know, laugh about it or say
some people,
something
when they see you
it.
being good at something, they don't like it, so then they try to pull you down. Like, no, come back here a minute.
Oh, God.
No, come back here where I've got you.
Yeah.
No, don't remember that you're good at doing that. No, don't. And they just
the business got bigger, and then all the horribleness got worse, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 100%.
Jealousy.
And
not
even
in control.
And even now there has been, you know, certain situations where it is still brought up that that's what I do, but it's like, well,
yes, it is.
But
next.
you know, in fact, I actually pay myself a wage out of it now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're just prancing around with princesses, and you're like, yeah. I think we've established that. Anything else? Hello. Do
you see what I mean, though? Because we're on the street, everybody looks in.
Look, if you need any bookings, you know, the next...
I'm just going to stand Kylie out there.
The lady that's had a wee... No, not the lady.
It wasn't a lady, it was a dog.
The lady with the dog that had a wee. We'll get her booked in. So what is next for Jess? What is next for you as a person, as an individual?
Well, hopefully I'm going to get married, because I finally found someone stupid enough to love me enough to...
Thank you, Sam. Lovely enough
Thanks,
and stupid enough.
No. I, as I said, I had to wait till I was 31 to meet the love of my life, who literally adores me silly amounts.
I've met Sam as well. Sam helped Jess when it was my parents' 40th wedding anniversary.
My roadie.
He came and he was helping. He was sorting everything out, and he dropped you off, and he was so lovely.
He is literally my biggest fan.
Yeah.
And I've gone from not having anyone believe in me to now
to
having
the
someone
complete
is the complete polar opposite of.
But that is why when you still get those throwaway comments of like, I'm still going to bring you down, I'm still going to bring you down a little bit more, it sort of just washes off you because you're like, oh God, I think it's been about 1,000 years since I've cared.
I don't know about literally it took me a long time to get to that point.
Yeah.
Now. When someone could say something and then it not bother me now and not send me into this oblivion of like literally. I've been diagnosed with EUPD before.
Pardon?
Yeah, I might have to ask Alexa.
EUPD? Not LAPD?
No, EUPD. Well, it's basically, it is a personality disorder.
Oh!
And it's how because of the way I was reacting to things. When actually, no. It wasn't the way I was reacting to things. It was the stupid people that I was allowing to treat me like that.
Yeah.
And since doing my own research, because the waiting list is so bloody long for ADHD.
Self-diagnosing, isn't it?
I haven't got EUPD at all.
So what is that emotional, unregulated personality disorder?
Yeah.
Have I just got that? Is there anything I can't do?
Literally.
So, but ADHD, the emotional dysregulation, is a thing.
Yeah. So now I'm like, no, I haven't got EUPD.
Yeah.
I have just dealt with actually idiots for a long time in my life, no, I've got adult ADHD.
But going forward through your life, you've absolutely smashed it all the way through to now. You've also smashed people out the park of being horrible to you. You've got rid of them. You've said goodbye to all the naysayers and the emporiums that you are winning at life. So what is next for you apart from marriage? Thank you, I will be there.
I don't know really.
What's next?
I mean, January and February for Once Upon a Wish have been particularly turbulent,
right?
I think a lot of businesses have felt this start of 2023 has not been
What's
great.
The whole cost of living at the minute?
Yeah, I think, and we're also, as a company, what I do is privilege, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
As a child,
I start saving up for Arnie's birthday in the March. So his birthday is the 31st of August. I'm on my own. So I start saving up in the March. I've already started giving my mum and dad money, saying, right, there's tenner there, there's 20 quid there, £7.30 there, just so that it's with them. And then I can go to them and say, right, can I have that money, please? So it can go towards a party, or it can go towards, presents or napkins and paper bags and whatever else like this, just so that I can.
Well, it's not a necessity, is it, having a party?
No, it isn't.
But
for kids, it is.
For kids, it is until they get to a certain age, I think.
Well, Arnie's turning 9 this year. 9. I can't. So we aren't sure what we're going to be doing, but I'm telling you now, when I get married and I meet my Prince Charming and I have a daughter, hell, even if Arnie wants to come here and have a princess party, he can this year. It's fine, I'll book you in. It's the 31st of August. Because he loves all stuff like this, He really, really does. And I think it might work well for him because he does get quite overwhelmed. Do you remember the party situation?
Yeah, I remember, bless him.
You said, right, do you know Baby Shark? And he went, no. And you were like, Baby Shark? We know Baby Shark. And he was like, no, he was having none of it. So he actually went outside with Spider-Man.
I was about to say he had a lovely one-to-one moment, didn't he, with Spider-Man?
Oh, he just spent all of his time out there in the park, in the swing, and... Yeah. That made the party. It was just so wonderful, and you were just so understanding. And I think now looking back, he was overwhelmed, overstimulated. It was just too much for him. I remember bringing the cake out and he was hiding behind me. Like, come on. So I suppose...
But a lot of children don't actually like having parties.
Do they not?
No, and actually...
Well, just because it's just so much pressure.
It can... Isla, my own daughter, when we had her birthday in the Emporium last year, did not like it.
Oh, really?
That was my own daughter.
Oh.
And she'd been here thousands of times, and she'd met all the characters thousands of times and whatnot, but I think it can be really overwhelming for children.
And it's 100%. Almost like being told, like with school, you're told you do this, you do that, you do this.
Yeah.
And then it's the end. I suppose the same with parties. You do this, you get excited, blah, 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 blah. And it's a situation you can't really get out of. Because there's a routine you follow. You go in, you play your party games, you blow out the candles on the cake, and everyone goes home.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to do that, there isn't. I wonder if that's an ADHD thing. Probably not for Isla, I mean, but like, because I'm seeing that in Arnie, and I'm going, yeah, he gets overwhelmed. If he doesn't want to do something, he's like, oh, I can't do it, and he just goes. So
maybe I never thought of it like that.
But I suppose you could do sort of like toned down. So if someone was to say to you, look, I really want to bring my child,
oh my goodness, we're a very diverse sort of company, and we always want to make our customers feel as comfortable as possible, and if they're having if they're a bit slow start to warm up, there's things that we can
you do a lot of charity work as well, don't you? So you take the princesses in,
and we have 2 children in particular, Louis and Gracie, who and their lovely families have followed us now for a few years, and we really do try and do things to be as diverse and as what's the word? Accommodating as possible.
Yeah.
I can think of the word.
Yeah.
Accommodating as possible. And I would say that they're our best kind of audience.
Yeah. Because they just absorb it and they take it in. And it's lovely for the families as well.
And we get on really well with their families, and I don't think our events would be the same if they weren't there, to be honest. We've come up with like this superstar squad, what is like sessions that we're trying to launch that are just for neurodiverse children and children with disabilities and cognitive disabilities.
Oh my God, well done you.
And Gracie's mum's going to come and sign in Maccaton, one of the Maccaton stories. So yeah, we're doing that in April. But that is something I've always wanted to. That is something that we really, as you say, we do quite a lot of stuff for charity or to help people.
Oh my God, Jess, and that is again why it takes you from any other party company out there to that next level. You're actually giving back, and you're understanding, and you're seeing actually what people need, not just just go and turn up at someone's kitchen and do a bit of a hey away.
Yeah.
You're actually looking at the bigger picture, and I think if you can do that and do it as well as you're doing everything else, you're just gonna smash it. Continue to smash it. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. As you know, as anything, when you're a business owner, when you've got children, everything is a juggle.
Yeah,
it really is a juggle. When I'm not with Sam and his daughter, I am a single parent. I've raised Oscar on my own. I had Oscar when I was 22. So I was quite young when I had my first child. I was on my own with him since he was 8 months old. And that's been a real struggle. He's nearly 11.
But when
I'm
you were that
still raising him on my own, but he's got Sam now.
But when you were that 22-year-old with an 8-month-old baby, and you sit there and you go,
oh, I thought my life was done.
Yeah.
But literally,
the span of 10 years.
Who's gonna
want me? Who's gonna
want me? What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna be able to sing anymore. I'm not gonna be able to do this. I'm not gonna be able to do that. So yeah, I do feel proud when you look back on it like that, because it has been quite a journey. I have 2 children. And I'm,
2 wonderful children.
2 wonderful children.
They are so lovely.
3 including my stepdaughter. But and it's been very difficult. But as I say, I've always had the business. I've no one could touch my creativity and my creative brain. That's always been mine.
There you go.
So I think that's probably why I'm successful as I am, because I've always had fuel. There's always been more fuel to the fire to get me where I am now. But as in answer to your question of, I don't know what's next. Who knows? I would really like to get married.
Sam,
that'd be lovely.
Sam.
No, I think I'm at that state. Like when you get to a stage in your life. Like I'm 33 in August. All my other friends are married or engaged, and then there's just me sitting on the shelf.
I am not there. So I am. You're not on the bloody shelf. You want to see a shelf?
No, I'm not
getting my shelf. No, honestly.
No, I'm not on the shelf.
Don't you come at me about being on the shelf. I have been sat on that shelf.
I mean, I think you should just walk up and down in that dress.
Do you think I'd see
where you get to, mate?
Do you think I'd get anything?
Probably wouldn't recommend it down on Camden Road.
Hello.
If I'm honest.
Hello. Hello, my dears.
No, but I think that's a journey.
What? Being on my own?
Yeah, but I think you have
I've dated people.
I think you have to become okay being on your own. Oh, I was not.
I'm so
when I met Sam, that was it for me. I was like, nah, mate, I am done. I am going to be on my own. And
that's where I am right now.
And then the universe sent Sam to me. Literally sent Sam to me. You know.
Well, does it want to hurry up and send me someone? Because I'm bloody waiting.
Well, put it in. You're manifesting.
I can't be bothered
put it into
with that.
the universe.
No.
You have to put it into the universe.
No, I can't. But no, I'm not. He'll come when he's ready.
Probably as Prince Charming.
Yes!
You asked me where my carriage is.
I did ask you where your carriage is. But at the minute, for myself, I'm not bothered about men. I'm not bothered about dating.
See, that's not when I met someone, though.
No, but I can't stand it. I can't stand men.
I was at that point. And then...
But how long? Give it to me.
Well,
give it to me in yards.
I don't know about anything about measurements.
But when my favourite bit in Notting Hill. Give it to me in yards.
Well, I think that you're maybe already in where I was, because I was very like, nah, I've had my fair share now. No, that is it.
You had some awful. You've had some awful.
You could write a book, basically.
Oh my God, I'm remembering
how to date,
how to avoid
absolute
don't.
So I met my other half through Once Upon a Wish. So as you said, we do quite a lot for other people, and I knew Sam through his story. He sadly lost his wife to breast cancer, and he had Molly, who at the time was 3. Oh. So I invited them into my first Emporium, this one,
right, yes.
In Central Market, and I wasn't there. I never had met him in person.
You found his story through Instagram?
It was a mutual friend, and it came up on my feed. I'd seen it quite a lot because there was a lot of fundraising for them and stuff like that. And I had said to the team, look, this absolutely breaks my heart that she's lost her mum. So Molly came into the old Emporium that we had, and had a princess experience. And then we kept in touch, and we were on a similar journey of because I don't do it anymore. I can't even say it.
What is it?
Fitness.
It begins with
fit. So we were on a fitness journey at the time, and I was coming out of something, and was in the whole thing of absolutely not. Actually, no. That makes it sound like it was really close. No. That's wrong.
I know what you mean.
Anyway, we stayed in contact. There was other months in between that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and then
sorry.
No, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean. So we stayed in touch, and I just checked that. I think it was their first Christmas without mum, and we sent them like a little video, like an elf message and stuff. So we kept in touch because it was still COVID times. And I used to just check in on him. How are you? Blah blah blah. So then months passed, and then it was in the. This was about We've been together nearly 2 years. So you're talking about two Easters ago.
Of course.
It was around April May time, the end of April, beginning of May. And we were on this fitness journey, and he used to give me quite a lot of business help because he runs his own marketing company.
Yeah, of course.
And it just was a natural thing that just happened, and I've never had that before. I've only ever met people on dating websites or.
But it's because you came from such a really good, wholesome, lovely place. Yeah. That a really good, lovely, wholesome person came to you.
Yeah, and I do believe that is the actual case.
I'm not a very good, nice, wholesome person.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. No, I can't be asked with all that niceness.
Well, and maybe, and do you know what? Maybe that
you are.
Maybe that is why we were brought together. I think we're brought together for a reason.
Yeah.
I think I'd reached a stage in my life where I was like, nah, absolutely not being done with being treated not in a very nice way. I think that's why, as you said, I did a good, and then good came from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, it was a natural thing that happened, and then around the May-June time, it sort of transpired that I think he actually was the first person in my life to actually, what's the word mean?
Accept you.
Not
what's
accept
the word
me.
What did he do to you?
initiate, can we, I've been thinking
chatted
about
you up.
Yeah. He wanted me.
Really? Of course
That's
he would.
never happened before. It's always been me having to pursue people. He pursued me.
I'd love to be pursued. Pursued. Fitness.
Not sure.
Pursued.
And that is what, and then that is that. And we've been together for 2 years, and yes, I did have to wait till I was 31 to meet the love of my life.
All right, let's not go on about being 31 and meeting. I'm still 34.
He adores
on my own.
He adores the ground I walk on. That's what I was going to say.
When you're doing your fitness walk.
When I was doing my
fitness.
Maybe that's what you need to do.
What? Fitness. Maybe I need to open up my own emporium over the road, and then I might meet my Prince Charming. But until that point, we'll park that. I'm going to wrap up now. Jess,
bloody hell, is it usually 51 minutes?
It could be.
I mean, you are going to edit some, because that's boring. No one will want to listen to me for 51 minutes. Well, I don't even want to listen to myself for 51 minutes. I probably won't even listen to this.
Well, thanks for your support.
No, I will, but because I can't concentrate on anything, because I'm neurodiverse, I won't be able to listen. La. And it's just been chaos,
how lovely
isn't
this
it?
tablecloth is.
Absolute chaos.
Look how lovely this is.
Absolute chaotic. I don't even know what we've spoken about.
This would be lovely in white. And
I've got it in white. I've got it in white.
Bring it to me. Anyway, we're going to go and find the tablecloth now. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kylie Rhea.
What have we actually spoken about?
You.
Because I feel like we've just jumped from one thing to another. Right, we haven't actually covered anything.
Right, well, I'm trying to say goodbye now. Have you got anything else you want to say? Do you want to add anything?
Everybody follow The Life of Kylie.
Peace out. A-Town.
No, you have to do your I'm Kylie Rhea.
All right. Thank you very much for listening. I'm going to sign off now. This has been Jess Nelson, the CEO of Once Upon a Wish.
No one's ever called me a CEO.
Well, she's a CEO. She's a CEO. And she is...
What does CEO mean?
Chief Executive Officer, but I'm still trying to sign off.
Well, I've got business partners now, so I don't know how true that is. I'm the creative director of Once Upon a Wish.
Ladies and gentlemen, the creative director of Once Upon a Wish, co-owner, founder of, award-winning... I could continue. Of Once Upon a Wish.
Sounds quite good.
I will. Oh yeah, it does. I will tag her in everything. You've been listening to the Living the Life of Kylie podcast. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in. And ciao for now.
And I didn't swear. So book us for your children's parties because I didn't swear. And actually, I think I might have said one swear word.
What did you say?
I was really worried that I was just gonna, me and my mouth was just gonna be like, beep.
What did you say?
Beep, beep. Don't know. Also, if any of my teachers watch this, look at me now, hun. Running my own business. Didn't listen in maths, but whatever.
Yeah,
I've never been asked.
Hello?
Have you ever been asked your GCSEs, your results?
No.
Have you ever been asked the Pythagoras square?
Oh yeah, I like a pie.
Theory thing of anything? Because in my whole adult life, I have never been asked those questions.
I wasn't allowed to learn about Pythagoras. I was in the lowest. I got an E in maths.
Mate, I got half the alphabet. How's that? How's that for someone who runs their own business? I got 3 C's,
J's and I's.
3 C's, 5 D's, an E and an F.
I got 2 B's, 3 C's, 4 D's, and an E.
3 C's, 5 D's, an E and an F, and I run my own business.
And I don't.
So basically, we should then, maybe I should be a guest speaker. Maybe I should go back to St. Greg's and be a guest speaker of the fact that I did not listen at all, and now look at me.
Now look at her. She's sat next to a crazy woman in a princess dress. Who doesn't even work
Winged my way to that. That is me winging my way to the top, though.
Well,
Didn't come out of school with anything.
Don't need it. I am still trying to sign off this podcast.
Okay, sorry.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining. I can't shut her up. That is episode 12 concluded.
Hi
Ho. Away we go. Thank you very much. I will put all of the links and all the tags for this amazing woman into the bio and everything.
Maybe
like
drop my
this.
singing one in there.
Talking.
No, maybe drop my singing one in there because I could really do with some more singing gigs. Thank you very much, please.
Still talking.
I am. My banter is really good at gigs, isn't it?
Oh, it's top notch.
Yeah.
Only you can't get her to leave. You can't get her to sign off because this doesn't happen. She's not. She's not signing off.
My business partners will probably watch that back and be like, oh, God.
Well, they're not going to watch it back because I can't bloody sign off. I can't even upload it because you won't stop talking. Thank you all. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.